and Brent.
Welcome to the Zachrilege cast. How many cats will we get in the show this week? I got 2 in my room. I see 1 on camera.
One is present and accounted for.
Only 1 so far. Okay.
Yeah, other one will probably show up.
So tonight we have the Coastal Elite hosts of Secular Soup and the non-Coastal Elite, but he probably has COVID, but the state won't tell you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Brent as well. Welcome aboard.
Hello.
How's it going?
So I didn't know how serious or unserious we wanted to make this thing because there's so many news items that are all over the map. But I figured today I saw I think it was a writer from Parks and Rec who went on and he basically did something for charity where he said things that he would never say. He ate foods he would never eat. And I'm wondering if you wanted to raise money for charity, what would you eat or drink that you absolutely hate, but you would do it if, say, you could raise X amount for charity? So start for the Amy Y with the cat.
We were just discussing this. First, I would volunteer. I would volunteer the other Amy to do all the stuff. That would be my first step. But if that backfired,
I would.
If I
pretend that you don't like it,
I guess I would try calamari. I just shit talked it for a while, but I'd give it. If it was raising money for charity, I would try eating fried octopus. But yeah,
it's
drinking,
squid, but it's all right.
It's whatever.
Right. It's delicious.
Look at you and your science. I would drink a whole bunch of alcohol, which I don't normally do. So
only at Skepticon.
I didn't drink. No, that was Amy with an I.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
She drank.
No, she was drunk.
I had 1 drink, and I was drunk because I had 1 drink.
She was so drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I had 12.
Wasted.
I was ill.
Still drink.
It was
drunk
bad.
Now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Amy and I. So name any foods or drinks or things you might say that you wouldn't normally say. And I'm opening the milk.
You wouldn't say.
And in case.
Oh, I love dragon's milk.
Nice.
My dragon's milk.
That's smart.
Nice.
Because I got new glassware this week.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Yeah, those are pretty.
So I'm gonna just.
Oh my gosh! I just got a YouTube notice that Zachrilege is live right now. Didn't know if you guys noticed that. So okay, thought I'd let you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That.
I'll try everything once. I'll eat any food once, so I don't really know if there's anything that I wouldn't eat. So I would just eat it.
That's kind of my policy too. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not terribly picky. I just like food.
Yeah.
And
maybe something I'm allergic to, so it's like a game. Just eat until my tongue swells. I don't know.
There you go.
That's a good idea. We should do that for patrons.
Eat until your tongue swells.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, moving this.
Oh, he went away.
Oh, Zach did.
And I'm like,
Uh-oh.
Still alive.
Did he leave us by ourselves?
He did.
I mean,
shit. We can do anything.
Anyway.
We can do anything now.
Right? Yeah.
there we go. I'm trying to get my camera back. Usually.
God, Zach is such a fucking tool. I mean,
Jesus.
we talk about him all the time in our separate atheist groups that we don't let him into.
Oh God.
Because we're very mean. We're so mean.
You hit so low.
I know. That's the genius of us.
Jesus.
That's where she starts.
That hurts
she just
me.
starts.
That's where I shine. That's my skill. So
I'm trying. It's
incredible.
Backwards. The camera's backwards. I'm trying to figure out. Backwards.
Oh, see, Sam's kind of here now too, but not really. This is a whole shit show for poor Zach. There he is.
Here he comes.
This is the whole shit show or the weekly show. I'm surprised that
We were saying very nice
Oh.
things about you.
Look at that. Sam Mulvey
Sure.
is on. Looks like we can have more than 4 people
Oh,
on.
shit.
Hell, like
From
Yay.
Nice.
sunny northeast. Northwest.
Northwest.
Northeast corner of Northwest? I don't know. Maybe I could be off.
First it was time zones. Now it's east-west. I think we have a trend here.
I think he's
I'm
probably
on
a coastal elite.
I went on sip number 2. Yeah, that was fun. Like everything crashed at once.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the studio. It's like, hey, I could do this right. I could wire this into the studio. And then I look at the clock and it's 10 after. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm just gonna plug it into my desktop.
Don't be an overachiever.
Yeah.
So did during my
I'm just trying to figure out my camera.
Yeah.
during my outage, did everybody tell your story about the food or drink that you would have for charity?
No, we just said nice things about you.
Well, then we should just stop.
So
Go
it's
ahead.
Brent's turn. It's Brent's turn. Although
Yes,
Brent, I
that's
guess
what-
Brent did say he would try anything.
That's what we were doing.
Yeah, I'd have a hard time with
Yeah.
that. I mean, say anything. I don't know what you'd like. I don't know. I don't know what I would say that would be embarrassing at this point.
Baked rat.
I've pretty much embarrassed myself enough with everything I've said.
Human.
As
It's
far
true.
as being honest about who I am, where I came from, and what I used to think, and all of that stuff. And I just embarrass myself regularly anyway, so it's not a big deal.
It's kind of your shtick. It's okay.
Same.
Right? Yes.
Everybody's got to have a gimmick.
Somebody gets me.
I know. Just got to have a gimmick. Just got to double down on it.
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. And you need to just come to the realization that Nikki is 200% better than you, and it's
Oh,
just
yeah, I
always
know.
going to be that way. So.
Yeah, I came to that conclusion a long time ago.
And now you can live at peace with that.
I can't actually. I can't
Yes.
because it's true. Yeah, it's
Sam
fucking
seems to have
amazing.
disappeared.
He says he's going to get a drink.
He's going to acquire a beverage.
It's
Yeah,
happy
that's
hour
how the
after all.
coastal elites say it.
That's right. See, what you
Acquire
do
a
is you stick your
beverage.
pinky out.
Mm-hmm.
So what would I?
I'm
So
sure-
if I lost, I would probably do some charity. I would have to eat something that's like seafood because seafood's just awful. I hate it. And I would probably have to drink, and I couldn't just like chug an IPA. I would have to like slowly sip it.
Yeah, that's how I have to do, honestly, because those things get me really quick.
Because on the episode, the guy he's a Boston Red Sox fan, so he wore a New York Yankees jersey for sports people. It's like if you wore an I Love Jesus jersey, I suppose. maybe.
Okay, all right, fair enough then. Okay, I think
And
I
he
get
ate.
I need to get one of those.
He said he hated fruit pies, so he was eating one, and he looked like he was eating the worst food ever. And he would have a bite between questions, and then he would say things that were the opposite of what he would
That's
say.
the,
He would say like,
I guess I'd wear. See, and
that's what I would do too. I'd be like, I hate ice cream.
Jesus, it's too cold. But no, it's the No, I would wear maybe. It's hard now because I actually kind of like some Backstreet Boys, but I'd probably wear a Backstreet Boys shirt.
There's no
some
shame in
Backstreet
that.
Boys.
Come on.
Yeah.
All the
I actually
Backstreet
kinda like some of
Boys.
their songs now, so it's weird now that I'm
That's what happens when you get old, Brent. You start losing your cool. You're
I
just not
know.
cool anymore.
I'm not.
Wait, we're saying Backstreet Boys are old?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well, I
and
mean,
not cool.
oldish, not cool, not
That kind
hip.
of puts my constant King Crimson t-shirts in a new light. Or perhaps a very old light. Light of Dying Universe.
It's okay. So, Sam, we decided to start the show with. I'd watched a video of a TV writer who, for charity, was eating foods he didn't like and saying things he wouldn't say. And I was wondering if you would raise enough money for charity where there are certain like foods that you would eat or something you would drink that you usually don't like, or maybe things you would say that were like the opposite of your true self.
I think saying things that are the opposite of my true self, unless it was something like I really enjoy superhero comics, or no, totally Windows is the operating system for me. it would go into some pretty dangerous social spaces. But as far as eating things that I generally don't like, have done, and it was amazing. Back when we were on commercial radio and we raised money for charity and for the show that way, somebody put up a dare bet of Monster Energy drink braised pork roast.
Oh.
Oh.
And yeah, so once that word came out, it was hey, we're doing this. This was like 2013 or something like that. Yeah, so there was a crock pot, there was a pork roast, there was a Monster Energy drink. It sat in juices for about 2 hours while it cooked, and
gross.
Vomitus is not even close to
sounds
as strong a word.
That's brutal, man. That's
most
brutal.
of us literally couldn't keep it down.
But,
God.
Yeah.
Monster's like a kick. I feel like
That's
half
terrible.
of like what wakes you up with Monster is the taste. Like it's just like a smack in the mouth.
So
shit, I'm awake. All right, fucking.
Yeah, I have
Agreed.
trouble with coffee. So I stick with energy drinks most of the time, and Monster it's like, so I tried to switch to a different one, but I think the horrid taste is now sort of a psychological trigger. Hey, get up now. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like no, it's almost
I
like
drink
a
them
lemon.
too.
Like you put a lemon in your mouth, you're gonna be like, whoa, what the, Like,
True
yeah, it's almost
confession.
like that.
I've never had a Monster Energy drink.
Don't.
The only energy drink I've ever tried
Yeah,
is Red Bull, and that was
That was
disgusting.
good. Sorry, I didn't mean to freak you out. Oh no, that's me. That was me. Sorry.
And I was
But I'll
thinking,
eat
like on the same vein of like the foods, I think this went around on social media a while back. Was like, what would you say or what would you send as a message that would be opposite of your personality, so people would know that you had been kidnapped?
Ooh.
Oh
So
yeah, that's a good one.
I want to try.
I'd say Amy with an I is the best Amy. And then everybody would know there's something wrong. Mm-hmm.
No, he said lie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay,
He
wait.
said
How
make
about,
something up that you wouldn't normally
how about
say.
I thoroughly enjoy parenting.
So
I'm a mama bear. My kids are my life.
right.
Yes, that's what I would say. Then you would know there's something wrong.
The kind of things you see like in letters on someone's wall in like a
Yes.
suburb, that kind of thing. Okay.
Yes, it would be
See, for,
something you would
Change your
see-
email address to mom
Yeah.
of two, mom
you-
of two wonderful boys.
Mama Bear.
Okay, if you ever hear me use the word kiddo,
Ugh.
that's the cue.
Oh,
In reference to my children.
Punch her in the
Oh,
throat.
okay.
Just it's all over. If I use the word kiddo, if that's what I call it, it's
She's clearly a
something
zombie.
happened. Yeah.
Been kidnapped.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm being
See,
held
I
at
was
gunpoint.
thinking, what would I say so people know I've been kidnapped? So things like I love IPAs. Jordan Peterson is a deep thinker.
Yeah.
Where's the lie there?
I never miss an episode of Secular Soup.
Yeah. Seriously.
Oh,
I know, right?
busted.
Mhm. Mhm.
Game of Thrones had a satisfying final season.
As long as it's money, we don't care.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's a good one.
And finally, I took the red pill.
Ugh.
Me and Elon Musk would be in good company.
yeah.
Did it taste like Axe body spray?
Mm.
Because I feel like that's what the red pill probably tastes like.
I
Wait,
think
wasn't the red pill was the right pill, wasn't it?
No, the red pill was the bad pill. Well, no, the red pill.
The blue pill.
The red pill is what-
And I take the blue pill.
So that let me woman-splain this to you.
Yes. we
So
need
there's
that.
there's the men's rights movement has kind of co-opted that.
No,
So if you what'd you
Oh
say?
shit! I didn't know that.
See, now I can't hear Amy, so I'll
Yeah,
continue.
there's like a. Yeah,
There's a
she
delay.
froze.
Stuck
Yeah.
And
smiling.
she's frozen. It's really funny. No, the men's
Really?
rights movement has co-opted that lingo where
I'm
they've
agreeing with
taken the
you.
red pill. So yeah,
So the
because they
Reddit-
see things clearly.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Okay.
And there's actually a documentary by
Oh,
a
it's
woman
so
about it,
bad.
and it's
I
one of
watched
those
it.
things that
Oh.
is like there are 7,000 videos attacking it, and there aren't that many videos going, that was good. So now that everybody's been at home for all this time, and some people have more free time than others, are you the kind of person who actually like hate listens or hate watches things, or do you want to just consume content that, agrees with your echo chamber?
Oh,
Let's see if
100%.
We'll start with Sam,
Yeah.
and then we'll go.
Okay, Sam, go.
We'll let the mansplain start.
All right, fine. See how it is on your show.
All right. I've recently, just in the last couple of years, it used to be I spent almost all my time, listening to stuff that I didn't like. It drove, like when I started dating Becky yonks ago, it drove her nuts. It's like, what are you listening? Like that Dr. Dino guy who went to jail, Kent Hovind. I watched all of his stuff.
I'm
I remember
sorry.
that was my childhood.
But that's a
my
long time
science
ago.
class.
Yeah. And I found it helpful in interviewing because you learn sort of the cant of various subcultures who are, the kind of people that I'd want to talk about, given what I was into, the kind of show I was doing at the time. And so every once in a while I'll be talking to somebody at an event and they'd say something and they go, hey, I know where that's from. I know who you are. So it ended up being a useful tool. But as time has gone on, and now that I've been doing this kind of, now that it stopped being fun and became kind of a job, when I'm off the clock, I'm off the clock. And these days, I tend to, I actually said on the show a couple, 4 weeks ago, I think I need to make my universe a little smaller. That's kind of what I've done.
All right. Brent, how do you feel about this?
Repeat the question.
Oh, it's like, are you the kind of person who does like hate watching, hate listening of like YouTube or podcasts of people who are probably on the other side of you politically or religiously or otherwise?
That's right. Okay.
Now, this might be something that actually
lost.
applies more to people who do, kind of skeptic, atheist type podcast stuff for at least a hobby. So, we have to do some of that, but, do you enjoy it?
For honestly, I will put on some debates that punish me, and I know it's going to punish me. And I like it. I enjoy the awkwardness. It's almost like any situation to where I would be I would just start laughing nervously, but they, are really trying to prove their point and stuff. And I just feel so badly for them. If I saw that, if I was there in person, I would feel so bad for either side. It happens on both sides. There's times where you either side fucks up, and there's certain ones where I know it's going to happen. And I will watch that. The other thing I will watch too is Into the Dark on Hulu, which is terrible. It's awful. It's awful, but it's the fun kind of awful. I don't know. It's really like all these B. They're C or D or E or F horror movies that are just silly. It's so fun. I do enjoy those at times. That's what I've been watching. I watch Puka and then Puka Lives.
Interesting.
Okay, hit me with an eye. What do you got? If she's still there.
She's there. She's just busy texting me.
She's deep in thought.
No, I can't leave my echo chamber.
How do you do that without looking?
Yeah, no, she's unfrozen now.
Yeah.
It's
I'm on. I really like my echo chamber. So, a lot.
Yeah, if I'm
and also to answer the question from before, I don't know what I would say to make people think that I was kidnapped. So,
I think it would be kiddo also. I feel like that would be weird coming from you.
Probably.
I could be wrong.
Because I already talk about Trump's merits all the time.
That's true.
So
don't we all?
Mm-hmm. Few people love him as much as Amy, though. Literally. Yeah, if I'm relaxing and consuming content, I want to actually enjoy the content. So I do not hate watch things. My husband does, and it drives me up a fucking wall. He'll watch Fox News or just shit like that, watch YouTube videos of just really dumb things and then yell about it. And I'm like, but why are you watching it then? He just likes to watch it to get mad. No thanks. And Amy and I don't keep up on current events anyway. So, oh no, Brent!
He's gone.
Hopefully Nikki comes back in his place, right?
Right.
Better one out of two.
Mhm.
But Amy with the Y, you have been multiple times on Right to Reason to debate. So haven't you had to see the other side when you did those, like the abortion and?
Yes and
there was
no.
a few.
Like I didn't when we did those.
They asked me, I'm like, no, thank you, I'm good.
Yeah, Amy's like, I'm fine. We didn't. I didn't do any research on the other side for any of those, like especially for the abortion
and
one.
You met some great people.
I really did. I met some lifelong friends. But no, like I know what all the arguments are against abortion. I wasn't going to go look for it, so I didn't look up any debates. Felicia and I spent some time figuring out what we wanted our overall message to be. But then when Brent and I did the cancel culture one, I mean, the most prep I did was I asked Robert to send a list of specific people that they were going to talk about, because I knew these other guys were going to talk about, specific people who had been canceled. And so I said, can you send me a list of those so I can at least look up what they're being accused of being canceled for? So that was about it. Other than that, no, I've heard enough vile hatred.
So it's cancel culture. You just got a list of a bunch of people who just signed like 9-figure deals to do comedy specials on Netflix.
Much, yeah. And David Silverman. So yeah.
I don't know, like does self-cancel count? Because some people just can't help but cancel themselves.
It did occur to me that I've got sort of this other life with open source tech stuff and all the development that I do. And that culture is, and I'm being kind, poisonous. And so I get sort of a steady diet of the technologist, paternal libertarian, weird culture that I literally got out of the industry to run away from back in the day. And so I think once I started re-engaging with technology on this community radio thing that I'm on, my interest in going to listen to other people like that just sort of dropped off the radar and kind of went away.
And then I dropped something on the floor really loudly.
Good job, Zach.
Professional. And am I editing that out? Fuck no.
Professional.
Don't invite us professionals on if you're not going to be a professional yourself.
I know.
Yeah. Amateur.
Well, there's
It hurts my soul.
Looks like we might have our fifth guest back. Let's see.
I think he got eaten by an alligator.
I mean, the odds are like 50-50 in Florida.
I know, I'm saying. Or crocodile.
I mean, Florida, it's fun. Like this week in news, it's like, which state is going to out North Korea each other? And that's between Florida and Georgia, because they're both like, in the past week, they've lied about COVID stats on purpose. It's like, great. I'm sorry. See, I totally forgot. I got to play up to the audience. So, like, one of the things that I was going to say that would prove I was kidnapped was no state has their shit together more than Florida. So I'm sorry I forgot
that. That's perfect.
Yeah, shitting on Florida is a national pastime. It's fantastic.
Well, sadly, I was going to be going to the beach like next week in Florida, and we canceled that. We cancel cultured that trip. So, well, it doesn't sound like.
I mean,
we got good
beach.
Actually doing that. Yeah, we canceled it.
The beach wide open.
Everybody's getting dizzy here with all the people coming in and coming out. There's like a weird drunken Brady Bunch happening.
Brent's got a dog and pony show happening of some kind. Yeah.
Did Brent move to like a new room or something?
years.
I did, yeah. I think I was too far away from the modem. It like totally stopped being connected.
If I disappear, it's because one of my kiddos unplugged the internet. So
maybe I would. Kiddos.
We lost Amy for a second.
That's good. We lost your audio again. You're in and out.
One of the best stories that would be really easy to get 15 minutes of content about is a Nebraska woman apparently sued all gay people. Yeah,
I heard about that. Yeah.
like all.
I saw that.
How?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I don't know, but I'm sure the Supreme Court's like, I'm on this.
One of my gay friends was like, God damn it, I'm not going to be able to get a break to go to the court thing. I offered to help her pick her outfit for when she goes because you got to look professional, but she's like, I'm a nurse. I'm essential. How am I going to find time off to go fight this lawsuit? I
know.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. People are ridiculous. I can't. Do you ever just look around at America and
cry
and equally feel just cry?
Are you only sued part of the time?
I guess you only get half a lawsuit if you're bi. I don't know how that works.
I could just lie, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, you can't even.
I pull it off pretty good. Everybody's confused when I tell them anyway. So it's like, wait, what? No, you're not.
But you're with a woman.
Yeah, so I'm not allowed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can't even like joke to people about, oh gosh, you would joke about people not wearing masks in public because like 2 people have already been shot at least.
Oh my
because
God.
Somebody said, hey, you need to wear a mask here, and then somebody got shot.
Oh my gosh.
I believe it.
Right.
I mean, I assume out of the 4 other people in here, you're all armed.
And then in Texas.
God damn it, she broke up.
Yes.
We missed all of that again.
Dang it, Texas.
God damn it.
So I said, yes, I am.
Come on, Red State. Red State internet. It's not going so well. Oh, wait, I'm Red State. I'm sorry. Anyway, I've already been cut off.
All right, so Tom Selleck told her about a reverse class action.
I probably should have restarted my router.
What is she suing them
Nice. Of course he did.
Is this like Obamagate, where it's been like a week and nobody knows? Like, oh, it's bad. It's really bad, and there's nothing to it.
It's just like, oh, I mean, it's the same shit.
I can't believe.
Saying? Is that what you're saying? Like,
I mean, I'm on week 9 of like.
Okay.
I'm on week 9 of working from home, but we're on week, what is it, 160 of everything this guy says is a lie. When he's like, I'm taking this drug, people are like, okay, instead of like, no, he's definitely, whatever he says, he's definitely not doing our president right now.
I just believe the opposite.
Yeah. It's a guarantee. Whatever he accuses other people of doing, that's why he loves Biden, because he's like, oh, cool, I can accuse him of all the shit I've done.
It's a classic projection.
Yes.
It is. And it works, which is so weird. It's like gaslighting so obviously, and it fucking works with these geniuses. It's great.
Yeah, it's insane.
Stable genius.
Okay, I found out what she's suing for. So
good.
Oh, okay, cool.
Thank you, internet.
Because I do research. I'm a professional.
Parking violations.
Yes. No. She has identified herself as an ambassador for the plaintiffs, who are actually God and His Son Jesus Christ.
Oh my God! I called it.
Yes.
Is the Holy Ghost involved?
What she's suing for is she's suing all homosexuals on Earth for breaking religious and moral laws.
On Earth.
Which I was going to say, is God going to show up? But I thought it was too dumb, so I didn't say it.
Oh my God, the case is actually called Driscoll versus homosexuals. That's so good.
I'm just like picturing her like with like going into like having all these cardboard boxes that's like sets up a fake courtroom of her own. Just like sits down. I'm serious now. And we like go to like stuffed animals as the jury.
Like a little tea party. Teddy bears with fabulous outfits on.
So Sam, when you were doing the whole like countdown to backtracking about all these, the world's gonna apocalypse in 2012, which happened like 6 times before it finally was. Did you not know that was like a high point of our culture and we were going to go downhill from there?
No. I mean, I knew 2012 was going to be the end of the world's going to end for a while because we've been waiting for 2012. They did the movie. So I knew it was going to be a high point for that kind of crazy. I didn't realize we'd do so quick of a heel turn into like dystopia. Just like haha, funny old guy. I have a big like Harold Camping head on a stick that somebody gave me. And it's like, oh yeah, he's kind of doofy. Only a few people lost their entire life savings. Only a couple people died. And so it's like, yeah, all right, this is fun. If this keeps going, this would be a fun thing to do because it's, it shows people sort of like how often this goes on. And then immediately, just a few years later, I'm talking about, the panopticon of the United States and President Clown Shoe. And it's like, yeah. I had no idea that was going to be sort of a high point. I mean, going back to what Trump and the space drug, the lupus drug he wants, or I shouldn't call it a space drug. He is a known germaphobe, and one of my friends likes to who's a doctor, likes to guess what he's on at every press briefing. So I think he might be taking it. I mean, there's
so many books that have come out about how terrible the Trump thing is, but has anyone done a book about all the drugs that have been prescribed to presidents, like all the stuff that JFK was on when he was president?
Ooh, he was on a lot of shit.
And what about Ronald Reagan? You think he was doing anything after he got shot and he was kind of lost his mind? I mean, he probably smoked pot a couple times. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
I remember
he drank a beer once. Remember?
TBI for sure.
I remember the rest of the story. Do you remember that? There were these books, and I guess it was a show too. I don't remember the show, but and I remember the
Andy Rooney, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
rest of the story.
Paul Harvey.
That's the Paul Harvey.
Yeah, Paul Harvey.
Yeah. Okay.
And now you know.
They're the same
The rest
of
the story.
Exactly.
You're too young, Amy. It's okay.
But I remember the one was this doctor, and it was all about the doctor prescribing drugs like methamphetamine and for stomach aches. It's weird. And strychnine acid for headaches or something. It was just all this crazy shit. And it turned out the patient was Hitler. I love that. It was interesting.
Yeah, that was something. It was the Nazi, all the soldiers were given uppers constantly.
Yeah,
their regime was pretty good on drugs. Everybody's
I need his address and phone number
for research.
Yeah.
I remember.
I had shoulder surgery, and I just have trouble. It is some bullshit.
Yeah, you got the shit drugs for having surgery.
I know.
Not fair.
Okay, so Amy and I just had surgery, and Sam apparently had some kind of plate in his head, like the guy from Christmas Vacation. What's going on here?
And I was in the hospital Saturday.
Damn.
Brent, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I'm feeling left out.
One at a time, please.
COVID-19. No, I'm just kidding.
I was showing off my scar earlier. It's cool now. I have the cool scar.
That's true. You can always show it off.
So
scars are cool.
Oh.
So
yeah.
Talking.
Wait, if I can figure out how these. Wait. I figured it out. There it is.
And you froze again.
So.
Damn. It's
frozen on the shoulder injury. That's nice. So what was the surgery that you had? And at least you were able to have surgery now?
I had a full thickness torn rotator cuff tear.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So your football career is over?
No,
Amy
we're
is
just her
Yeah,
up with this
now.
stuff, and she'll be back out there by Monday. You'll see.
She's one of the few people who has actually gotten not one but 2 COVID-19 tests.
Impressive.
Mm-hmm.
In the past 2 weeks.
Yes. Lucky.
I'm actually going to get a sleeve to cover it up. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
So, Sam, what did you have done?
Well, I don't talk about it too much, but my teeth are extraordinarily bad, and the ones you see are a result of science and technology. And I have this. Everything up here is a bridge, and I was having it worked on because I was losing some of the support structure under it. And then the lockdown came down, so the dentist kind of cemented it in place, then let it be at that. And then a couple weeks ago, it fell out, and from here to here, just boom, and into my soup, and that makes
secular soup. Sorry.
That makes doing radio kind of hard. So I had to.
Do you have trouble with S's?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I kind of wish I got a picture of myself with it out and sent it to all my friends, and I posted status on
that's
Facebook.
That's my nightmare that I have. It's not of going to school naked. It's that. It's me having to talk
teeth
without
falling out.
Dude, that's my nightmare every fucking time.
So that promoted me to emergency status, which means I could go to the dentist. And then what I had was implants, so that we can put in more teeth later, and I can get some of that back. And so that's like a bone graft and a spike, like a little titanium spike, and a torque wrench, a tiny torque wrench. It's hilarious.
Goodness.
Oh my God.
And so now I'm waiting for that to heal up and sort of integrate, and then we can put a tooth on it. So yeah, I have more metal in my head, and I'm wearing a fake denture, like partial denture for now, which sucks.
Ouch.
And but
do you get to keep the torque wrench?
What's that?
Yeah.
I think she said,
do you get to keep the torque wrench?
Yeah. Do you get to keep the wrench?
Oh no, it's his wrench. I'd have to buy one.
It's a good investment for all of us.
Yeah, and then I talked about it on the show, and I realized I called myself a half duplex fleshlight on the air, and I'm like, ooh, can I say that? But I mean,
it's a brand. It's something.
Yeah, I guess it's not one of the 7 words, so I think I'm okay. And that's what that's all it is. It's something I've been dealing with for a while, and my dentist is pretty cool. He's a huge nerd and likes to talk tech with me. That's good. Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing big. No big.
I guess I'll have to
eventually.
Yeah.
At some point, I'll have to talk to Sam about like who's had more dental surgery, because I went face first into the pavement when I was 8 years old, and this is a bridge here, and I've had like every dental surgery twice.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
One
it's
of
nice
my
what they can do.
One of my scariest childhood memories is of falling face first onto the concrete at my grandma's house because I was running up the steps, and the dentist having to come to the house because I was fucking freaking out, and it was a small town and they knew the dentist, but him having to like shoot me up with Novocaine and do all this shit. And I just remember watching the Smurfs because it's the only thing that would calm me down a little bit, and even the Smurfs couldn't calm me down enough for that bullshit. Oh my God, it hurt so much. Yeah.
Is the Atheist hang out?
Yeah.
Hi, friends.
Hi.
Hello.
So the teeth falling out dream, that happened to me in reality once. It was 2012. It was right after the Harold camping thing.
It was like right after the apocalypse. Cool.
Yeah. I spent 2011. Like, one of the weirdest things that I don't think I've ever said is that for most of that Harold camping thing, I was on some heavy painkillers. Like, I was just out of my gourd most of the time.
Everybody else on this show, Google Harold camping, thing
Oh,
later.
yeah.
Because you may not know the story, but you'll love it.
Okay.
But Richard Dawkins came to town, and this was when Richard Dawkins was not on Twitter. And
The good old days.
I got to meet him, and while I'm meeting him, the 2 temporary bridges in my mouth just fall out.
No.
And so in the picture we took with him, I'm red as a beet. I immediately
Closed mouth smile.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I was able to smile and look like I had teeth, but man, I looked like a lobster because I was just so embarrassed.
Oh, that's awful.
It's mortified. Yeah.
I want to buy you a box of chocolates or something now, just because
Yeah.
I feel bad. Can I
can't
mail
eat.
you something?
Dude, chocolate.
I don't.
That was
They
the
wouldn't be
problem
super
to
hard
begin
chocolate.
with.
I have a case full of Peeps here. I could send you that.
Oh, why?
It's
If you want
disgusting.
just
That's what I would eat.
So
is
you
a
guys are
joke.
all atheist?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone here is an atheist? Because I'm here to talk about Jesus.
Oh yeah, Amy wanted to share the good
I-
news.
The good news is here.
Sorry.
go for it.
I'm going to be showing up at a courtroom
Yeah.
Let's
soon.
do it.
So was the
Okay,
good
that's
news? So, and this was kind of connected to the abortion talk earlier that we had to get to. Is that there's going to be a documentary on FX about
Abortion is
the woman who was involved in Roe versus Wade and how she made a deathbed confession because she switched to the pro-life side, but that was because they were paying a lot of money. And later she admitted that they were just paying her, and now this is coming out. And I would love, because that documentary is, I think, coming out on Friday. I would love it if Amy with a While could watch it with your abortion debate guys on the other side. The Christian guys who
I gotta
post
let them come
constantly on Right
too.
to Reason.
Fuck.
Oh,
I'm sure they would.
Those guys are awful.
We'll see.
That was the first time we were mentioned as a show on Secular Soup, which it's a staple in my mind. Anyway.
Really?
It was a big deal. Yeah, it was a big deal. For us.
Good.
When you get famous like this, you don't remember all the little people and the things you said. And, it's,
all the people you step on to get where you are
right.
today.
It jumbles all together. In your head and-
It's tough.
No, Felicia said
Episode
she was
1,
like
I was
somebody
already stepping on
suggested.
everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, but she was like, one of our listeners suggested he actually has a podcast in Sun Apologetics, and it was on Secular Soup. And I'm a big fan of Utah Outcast too, so I was it was awesome.
Well, Brent knows this, but with his much better half, Nikki, Amy and I are recording reviews of the Mrs. America show about Phyllis Schlafly on Hulu.
Oh yeah.
So we're in the middle of doing that
God.
right now. It's gonna be a patron only thing, but we're reviewing every episode with the three of us. So
it is. I'm like, it's that discomfort we were talking about when you're watching.
So
shit.
Amy with a Y is definitely living that potato chip. You can't just have one when it comes to podcast life, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I have about 5. I can't remember.
We actually have 3.
Do we have 3? Okay, so we have Secular Soup. We have I Date Me. We have
3.
I'm doing the Fargo one too. So we've got
America.
Okay Then. The Mrs. America thing is kind of a side gig for both Unapologetics and Secular Soup.
Yeah. I still need to get those files, by the way.
We don't have them yet either. I'm working on it. It's the whole thing. I'll text you. Yeah.
I was like, is it supposed to be playing on our show? Because it's not. I don't know what I'm doing.
I promise I will give them to you when I have them.
Okay,
so.
Cat cameo.
All right.
That's
He
does not like it. Hard to believe.
Yeah, she has 4. I think Amy has 4 or 5, and I have 3.
Sorry, dude.
If anybody out there, if I agreed to a podcast with anybody watching this, I'm sorry. I probably forgot about it. Just remind me. So that's the situation
the
I'm
show
in right
notes
now.
would be like 10 pages just for you. I mean,
and
we were going to do the breaking down musicals thing.
Right.
I still want to do that. I want to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
I want to do so many podcasts.
Yes.
I know.
Well, Nikki and I were going to record.
I just need to stop working.
Yeah, quit your job. Nikki
Hey,
and I
what-
still want to record a geek out about Lin-Manuel Miranda, so we need to make that happen.
Oh gosh, when Hamilton goes to
yeah.
like Disney
Oh,
Plus in
July 3rd.
Like I went to see.
July.
I'm trying to remember the actor who played. I think the actor who played Aaron Burr. He wrote like an 85-page
so long.
book, and we went to see him
Leslie.
live. And after that, I listened to the soundtrack for Hamilton just like over and over again. I had a friend mail me the book because I couldn't get a copy anywhere that it was based on.
So good.
And I'm like, I want to see it. And I thought when they had made the deal, I was like, wait, so you recorded a Broadway play and it's going to take you like 3 years to get the damn thing in theaters? And they're like, yeah, we're going to do it this summer. I'm like, yes, that's it.
Yeah,
This is what America needs.
The one good thing to come out of COVID is them releasing that earlier than fall of next year. I mean, usually if they release stuff like that, it's way after the musical opens because they want to make as much money on it as they can before people can see it.
Right.
But Lin-Manuel Miranda also wrote In the Heights. And the In the Heights movie was supposed to come out in June, but it got delayed because of this, which ruined my entire fucking year. So now him releasing this on July 3rd kind of makes up for it. So yeah, God bless our Lord and Savior, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Constantly.
I love him so
I love it.
He's my one true God.
I have this theory that you can't copyright infringe on Disney because if you're economically successful, you will be owned by Disney.
Interesting.
That's true. They bought like everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like
Very
they own Star Wars, they own Marvel,
Mhm.
they own I don't know, it's probably 20
It's
other things.
It's
I mean, it's
amazing the
pretty
number
smart.
of YouTube channels that they have part or whole total ownership in now. Like just YouTubers.
Weird.
Give me like a 6-pack and I'm in.
Right? Yeah, dude. Come
The
this
minute
way.
I said that,
Nikki's
I knew
awesome.
you were going to ask,
Incredible.
and now my mind is a blank. Epic Rap Battles is one.
Oh really?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I'll have to look those up. Well, other than my dropping out for like a few minutes, which is probably the best 3 minutes of this show in its history, we're getting toward the end. So I want
That was the highlight.
I want everybody to kind of, pimp out all their podcasts. I know Amy, it'll take like 30 minutes.
It'll
for you
take me
to
an
do
hour,
it.
so you can
But
let everybody else go first.
Let's
if you
start
want.
with Brent. Tell us what you got going on.
So I have the podcast I do with Nikki, which is Unapologetics, spelled with an X at the end. And I also
Extreme.
and I also do a debate sort of show, but it's just whenever I get a chance to be able to talk to somebody, and so they're not uploaded very often. But you can go to the Happy Debating Atheists on YouTube, and there's some good ones up there. But it's not a constant thing. People don't want to talk about it. It's weird. It's weird.
Well, Sam, I think
So
you're
it's hard
doing a kind of a COVID podcast plus.
Well, yeah. Okay. So, is it my turn or?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Well, the thing I'm probably most known for is Ask an Atheist. We just entered year 10 of that.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I gotta say, bless your heart. Okay, continue.
right. I was thinking about wrapping it up before COVID came in, but now I'm rethinking it because my other project right now isn't a podcast but a radio station. KTQA, KTQA-LP 95.3 FM, Tacoma.
Wow.
It's an LPFM radio station, so it's community, non-commercial. So I continue to not make money. I enjoy that. No, believe it or not, when I was a kid, my dream was to have a failing radio station. Because if the radio station is failing, you can do whatever you want. You're not making money anyway.
True story.
So, so here we are. And so what we've been doing for the last couple years, because we kind of did it backwards and got the license and everything before we had like everything ready, is we've been playing old time radio, which has been an adventure. And it got a following, which kind of surprised me. Now we're introducing local content. Everybody's like, play more Johnny Dollar. I'm like, no, I have to play this stuff. But one of the things we started doing is I converted the podcast studio into an actual broadcast studio. And we do a daily half-hour show where we tell people about what's happening locally, like, what's closed, what's open, how we're reopening. And then we do an interview with somebody local just to keep people connected to the city. And, it's like, hey, there's a lot of stuff happening in Tacoma, even though we're all trapped in our houses. Mm-hmm. And so we do that every day. And that's been the first time I've done anything like that. And it's been quite an adventure, which is why I'm talking about it so much. But we just put away episode 50 of that because we do it every day. So
wow.
Nice. That's a great
Congrats.
idea.
That's good.
So
thank you.
All right, Amy.
You want to fight over who goes first?
Okay.
That's you guys. You guys go.
Secular Soup. That's us.
Mm-hmm.
Secular Soup and Date Me. Those
Yeah.
are two shows, and then we have the one with Nikki and Unapologetics.
So yeah, we started with Secular Soup. That's our base. That's our broth is Secular Soup. And then we added some I Date Me, which I Date Me used to be a patron segment for Secular Soup.
It's the Rue.
But we had so much fun doing it that we spun it off into its own show. So I Date Me is just us making fun of bachelors from the 90s. It's so amazing. So yes, that's our.
Oh my gosh, they are so much fun. No,
they're
I found
adorable.
A book from 1980.
Yeah, we have another book from the 80s now. We're gonna be.
It's so much fun.
We're gonna be exploring dating ads of all past decades. It's a good time. So yeah. We're doing that, and then I'm doing one with Marissa Alexa McCool called Okay Then, where we are reviewing the entire Fargo TV series, starting over at episode 1. So we're doing a retrospective series, which is cool because you can, when we're talking about episode 1, we can be like, oh, remember that thing in season 3 that happened? That's related to the, So it's a show mainly for people who've seen Fargo already, but even if you haven't, it's fun. Play along. Marissa actually is a professional, so keeps us on task and actually
I don't listen to that show.
Writes things up. Amy doesn't listen to shows she's not on, so she wouldn't know if it's any good.
I absolutely don't blame you for that.
And then if people want to hear the Mrs. America thing, our review of the series, it's going to be patron only on both Secular Soup and Unapologetics. So
are you going to talk about Andy at all?
Yes.
About who? What?
Andy Schlafly.
Ooh,
her kid.
I don't know yet.
Okay, most known for conservative.
We haven't gotten there yet.
You might want to get on that.
Well, I'm thinking maybe once the whole series is over, we'll just do a deep dive on those specific things. Because honestly, those episodes, we were saying it last night, they do not waste scenery in that show. Like every single scene has amazing
stuff going
dialogue and everything matters. It's hard to review it because
everything.
So those will be patron only when we get them finished, which we're not too professional, so we'll figure it out. But follow Secular Soup and Unapologetics to get access to that. I
had like 2 days.
Yeah, you dropped out on your audio.
I feel like
again.
that's a good way to finish
Bless
the
Amy
show
part.
with somebody dropping out on the audio. I'm gonna go open up a beer that tastes like almond joy. I feel like that's my evening right there. And usually,
you man. Like,
I'll try to have an actual real show with a real guest as opposed to just the random atheist happy hour. But it's been really fun. So
Delightful Bitchcraft.
4 weeks
We forgot to mention our Etsy shop, delightfulbitchcraft.com. We sell shit on Etsy, and it's horrible shit. So go to delightfulbitchcraft.com and you can find all my shit.
Man, doing the show notes is going to be tough this week.
I know.
Well, thanks everybody for being on, and thanks for putting up with my weird internet connection. I am in a state that doesn't like to tell people how many people have died from COVID. So, what are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally that's going to happen. They know who I am, and they're
apparently mine was bad too.
Mm-hmm.
Again, good stuff. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks everybody for being
Bye.
on. It's been a lot of
Thank you.
fun, and we'll see if we edit this part out. So good night.
Bye.